So friends, Namaskar and good day. I am again in front of you with one more knowledgeable and exclusive video. So friends, first of all, we start the video. On behalf of CEV Group, I welcome you all for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe the official YouTube channel of CEV Group, Registered Valuers Club, for getting all new professional updates. So friends, the topic of today's video is very exciting and it is related to valuation of lands in India's mining belt. Mining belt land valuation in India. That is a very exclusive topic to be discussed here, and from where there is a special article prepared by CEV Group, and from where you can get this whole PPT, or you can say this article to read. After viewing this video, you can also take the benefit of reading this article anytime, anywhere on your phone, on desktop or on laptop. So first of all, let's see from where you can get this video. First of all, you need to log in on cevnews.in. You need to type in Google cevnews.in and this screen will appear on your computer or on your laptop or on your mobile. And there are certain news which are available here. You can view certain articles, important articles, education related articles, and some employment news and other related articles are available here. When you scroll it down on cvnews.in homepage, you will get an exclusive YouTube panel where you can get all the latest videos available or posted or uploaded on our official YouTube channel. You can view more videos by clicking on load more button. When you click on load more button, few more videos will be uploaded in serial wise and in a synchronized manner. When you scroll it down, there is a panel named latest news. Now, here is our news on the topic on which we are going to discuss in today's session: valuation of lands in India's mining belt. There are two related news available, two news articles available on our this website. One is this: valuation of lands in India's mining belt, and second is mining belt land valuation in India. First of all, let's view this article. This is article mining belt land valuation in India, and it is compiled by Mr. Avinash Kulkarni, who is a chartered engineer, government registered valuer, IBBA registered valuer, RERA certified consultant, and Black Money Act registered valuer. Saturday brainstorming thought 298. It was posted by him on 25th of October 2025. And second article available is valuation of lands in India's mining belt. Let's click on it. Valuation of lands in India's mining belt land valuation in India. Valuation of lands in India's mining belt, a technical and economic perspective. It is prepared by me and for professionals in engineering, valuation, and land administration. What does the article says? Let's study each point one by one. The valuation of land in India's mining belts represents one of the most intricate and multidisciplinary aspect of asset assessment. This complexity arise due to the convergence of geology, engineering, environmental science, regulatory policy, and market economics. These are the things involved in valuation of mining belt lands in India. Now, Council of Engineers and Valuers CEV has taken a major step forward by addressing this subject through a detailed analysis, emphasizing the valuation methodologies, influencing factors, and regulatory framework governing mining properties in India. Mining lands differ significantly from typical real estate properties. Their value is driven not just by location or market demand, but by the nature, extent, and economic feasibility of mineral deposit beneath the surface. Please remember the economic feasibility of the mineral deposits beneath the surface. As India continues to promote sustainable resource utilization, understanding the valuation of mining land has become a crucial skill for registered valuers and professionals associated with the IBBI valuation ecosystem. Now, see, this is a photograph showing a typical mining land, and the work is in progress. Work is in progress in this particular property. Now, understanding the core of mining land valuation. Mining belt land valuation in India is influenced by multiple factors, including geological potential, development stage, regulatory approvals. Regulatory approvals is very, very necessary, and macroeconomic conditions. The valuation methodologies varies according to whether the mine is in the exploration phase, under development, or fully operational. There are three phases in mining system or mining life of a land. They are exploration phase, under development, or fully operational. Key determinants include the mineral content, market demand, extraction feasibility, and environmental compliance obligations such as rehabilitation and resettlement provisions that you need to keep in mind while visiting a mining land site for doing the valuation. Now, what are the methodologies for mining land valuation? Number one, income approach. DCF method, discounted cash flow method. The discounted cash flow method is the most widely accepted approach for valuing operational or advanced development mining projects. That has to be kept in mind. Out of three approaches, income approach in income approach, DCF method is the most suitable method. You must keep this in mind. While otherwise, देखिए मौके पर आप different decision ले सकते हैं depending upon the availability of material, availability of documents, availability of different compliances and sanctions and regulations, and various other things are dependent on the choosing of the method is dependent on various perspectives and various parameters. But out of all these methods and approaches, the discounted cash flow method is the most widely accepted approach for valuing operational or advanced development mining projects. For operational and advanced development mining projects, it involves projecting future cash flows derived from mineral extraction and discounting them to present value using an appropriate discount rate. The steps typically include, what are the steps typically include? Estimating the quantity and grade of mineral reserves. Number one, estimating the quantity and grade of mineral reserves. Second is determining production capacity and mine lifespan. That is very, very important. What is the lifespan of the mine? Determining production capacity, what is the capacity of the production, and what is the lifespan of the mine? कितने टाइम तक और चलने वाली है, यहां से कितने टाइम तक एक्सट्रैक्शन पॉसिबल है. Now, calculating capital and operating expenses. You need to calculate the capital and operating expenses, expenditures. Forecasting future revenues based on projected commodity prices. Now, and then last one is computing the net present value, NPV, of the expected cash flows. These all are the 5 steps to be taken by you, to be considered by you to calculating the value of the mining land valuation by using income approach, and the method used is DCF, discounted cash flow method. This method captures the economic value of a mining asset by reflecting its real world financial performance and investment risks. Now, second method may be the cost approach. What are the parameters to be considered if you are using the cost approach? The cost approach focuses on the replacement or reproduction cost of mining related infrastructure and surface assets such as plants, machinery, or processing units. That has to be kept in mind. That cost approach focuses on replacement of reproduction cost of mining related infrastructure and surface assets such as plants. If you are a plant and machinery valuer, then you can consider this approach: plants, machinery, or processing units. However, it is rarely used for valuing the mineralized land itself, as the construction cost often bears little relationship to the inherent value of the underlying mineral deposits. That is very important. Cost approach is rarely used for valuing the mineralized land itself, as the construction cost often bears little relationship value of the underlying mineral deposit. Now, factors influencing. Now second is cost approach. The cost approach focused on replacement or reproduction cost of mining related infrastructure and surface assets such as plants, machinery, or processing units. It is very important to keep in mind that cost approach focuses on replacement or reproduction cost of mining related infrastructure and surface assets such as plants, machinery, or processing units. However, it is rarely used for valuing the mineralized land itself. You must concentrate on this point. Cost approach is rarely used for valuing the mineralized land itself, as the construction cost often bears little relationship to the inherent value of the underlying mineral deposits. That is very important point. Factors influencing valuation in mining belts. So, what are the factors which influence on valuation in mining belts? अगर आप माइनिंग लैंड की वैल्यूएशन करने जा रहे हैं या माइनिंग बेल्ट की वैल्यूएशन करने जा रहे हैं, तो क्या क्या फैक्टर्स आपको देखने चाहिए और क्या क्या फैक्टर्स इंपॉर्टेंट हैं जो कंसीडर करने चाहिए फॉर बिफोर any conclusion or any report is given by you. Number one is mineral reserves. The grade, tonnage, and quality of mineral reserves are primary determinant of land value. The grade, tonnage, and quality of mineral reserves. That is very, very important. What is the grade of the mineral? What is the quantity, means tonnage of the mineral extracted? Quality of mineral reserves are primary determinants of land value. Geological exploration data and feasibility studies are vital in establishing economical recoverable reserves. So how can you calculate? How will you calculate, or how can you reach to a conclusion? By geological exploration data and feasibility studies. These are the vital in establishing economical recoverable reserves. So second is location and infrastructure. Proximity to transportation networks, ports, and industrial zone directly influences operational cost and market access, thereby affecting the valuation outcome. What is the location and what are the infrastructure available nearby to that particular location? That also matters. Now, regulatory environment, that is the most important point to be considered as a valuer. The mines and minerals means Development and Regulation Act 1957. The Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957 and subsequent amendments, along with state-specific mining policies, govern lease allocation, auction procedure, and compliance norms. These significantly affect the marketability and valuation of mining properties. Now, point number 4, land acquisition and compensation. The right to fair compensation and transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act. In short, it is called at LARAR Act, LARAR, or RFCT LARR Act 2013. It is enacted in 2013. The full form of this act is Right to Fair Compensation and Transparency in Land Acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act 2013 ensures that landowners and affected families receive equitable compensation and rehabilitation benefits. Valuers must assess compensation liabilities and resettlement cost when determining overall project feasibility. So you have to keep in mind the various points and various clauses mentioned in this act while determining your project feasibility. Environmental and social consideration. Now, this is also an important point. Point number 5, environmental impact assessment, EIA, environmental impact assessment, sustainability commitments, and social license to operate the integral to valuation. Environmental impact assessment, EIA, sustainability commitments, and social license to operate are integral to valuation. Compliance cost for mitigation, waste management, and post-mining land restoration are essential deductions in the valuation process. What are the deductions to be done by a valuer while assessing the final value? The compliance cost of mitigation, waste management. Waste management is very, very important point to be remembered. And post-mining land restoration. Post-mining land restoration. You can view a special video prepared by CEV on post-mining land restoration. These are the essential deductions in the valuation process. Now, economic and market trends. Commodity prices, demand fluctuations and microeconomic conditions influence the profitability and of mining projects. Commodity prices, please remember, commodity prices, demand fluctuations, and macroeconomic conditions influence the profitability of mining projects. For instance, global demand for critical minerals like lithium and rare earth elements can dramatically shift valuation dynamics. Now, what are the specialized valuation consideration for this type of land? Based on development stage, there are two different points to be studied under this section. Specialized valuation considerations based on development stage, exploration properties, speculative valuation based on exploration expenditure or comparable transactions, development properties valued using DCF method post feasibility study when reserves are prevalent. Production properties operational mines are typically valued on actual cash flows using the income approach. So friends, अगर आपकी माइन इनमें से किसी एक डेवलपमेंट स्टेज में है, आइदर एक्सप्लोरेशन पर है, डेवलपमेंट स्टेज में है या प्रोडक्शन स्टेज में है, तो डिफरेंट स्टेजेस में आप डिफरेंट तरीके से अपना अप्रोच को इस्तेमाल करेंगे, आप डिफरेंट तरीके से आप उसको वैल्यू करेंगे। एक्सप्लोरेशन स्टेज में है तो स्पेकुलेटिव वैल्यूएशन बेस्ड ऑन एक्सप्लोरेशन एक्सपेंडिचर और कंपेरेबल ट्रांजैक्शन से इस्तेमाल करेंगे। अगर आपका जो प्रॉपर्टी है, सब्जेक्ट प्रॉपर्टी है, वो डेवलपमेंट स्टेज में है, देन वैल्यू यूजिंग DCF मेथड post feasibility study when reserves are prevalent. And lastly, if it is in production stage, then operational mines are typically valued on actual cash flows using the income approach. Now, number two, first is based on specialized valuation consideration. First is based on development stage. Second is royalties and taxes. Royalties and dead rent payable to the government form part of operational cost and influence DCF projections. The Indian Bureau of Mines, IBM, publishes reference prices for minerals, providing a benchmark for valuation adjustments. You can take reference from the official website of Indian Bureau of Mines, IBM. They regularly publishes reference prices for minerals, providing a benchmark for valuation adjustments. Now, mining economics and core determinants. Mining economics revolves around productivity. Mining economics revolves around productivity, cost efficiency, and ore quality. Productivity, cost efficiency, and ore quality. These are the three things on which mining economics revolves around. Factors include ore depth, grade accessibility, labor cost, waste removal ratio, equipment efficiency, and transport distances. These are the factors which are to be included while calculating your valuation. The higher the operational efficiency and ore quality, the greater the value realization. I repeat this para once again. What are the mining economics? What is the mining economics? The core determinants of mining economics. Mining economics revolves around productivity, cost efficiency, and core quality. Factors include ore depth, grade, accessibility, labor cost, waste removal ratio, equipment efficiency, and transport distances. These all are the factors which are very, very important for calculating the cost and final valuation. The higher the operational efficiency and ore quality, the greater the value realization. For underground operations, additional variables such as rock strength, water inflow, and geometry of ore bodies significantly affect cost and profitability. The underground operations, additional variables such as rock strength, what is the strength of the rock beneath the surface, where you need to drill and do other necessary operations to find the ore beneath it, water inflow, and geometry of ore bodies significantly affect cost and profitability. Now, data required by valuers. What is the data required by valuers for starting the valuation work and to complete the valuation work and to come on a particular conclusion to submit your report? Before submitting your report, valuers rely on comprehensive set of data to ensure accuracy and regulatory compliance. Essential documentation includes what are the documents you require before starting the valuation: market value of comparable land, title deeds of ownership record, title deeds and ownership records, geological and mineral reports, including chemical analysis, borehole data and maps from Geological Survey of India, GSI, borehole data. You can get this data from Geological Survey of India. Mining license and environmental clearances. This is very, very important. Mining license and environmental clearances. Expert opinions from certified geologists. That is also very, very important. Third party references. Expert opinion from certified geologist. Pollution Control Board approval. That is also important. You need to get these documents before starting the valuation work: mining license and environmental clearances, and Pollution Control Board approvals. Then production and salability assessment of minerals. What is the production and what is the salability assessment of minerals? Now, valuation of mineral deposits. Valuation involves estimating the total value, density, and recoverable percentage of minerals. The valuer must determine extent and depth of mineral deposits, bulk density and core recovery ratio, total recoverable tonnage, adopted cost per unit of mineral, overall market value and profitability projections. These are the data you have to calculate. Valuation of mineral deposits. I read it once again: extent of depth of mineral deposits. Valuation involves estimating the total volume, density, and recoverable percentage of minerals. The valuer must determine extent of depth of mineral deposit, bulk density of core recovery ratio, total recoverable tonnage, adopted cost per unit of mineral, overall market value, and profitability projection. Now, profitability assessment and market potential. Tentative profitability of mining land can be estimated by evaluating average selling price per metric ton. किस रेट पर पर्टिकुलर आपका जो मिनरल है वो पर मेट्रिक टन सेल होता है। एवरेज सेलिंग प्राइस पर मेट्रिक टन। टोटल माइनिंग एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन एक्सपेंडिचर्स, माइनिंग करने में और उसको ट्रांसपोर्ट करने में, मींस पर्टिकुलर डेस्टिनेशन तक ट्रांसपोर्ट करने में उसका कितना एक्सपेंडिचर होता है, दैट हैज टू बी कैलकुलेटेड। ग्रॉस एंड नेट प्रॉफिट पर टन, gross and net profit. Net profit after deducting all the expenses per ton. Estimated life of mine and total recoverable reserves. Estimated life of mine that has to be calculated. कितने टाइम तक और चलेगा, कितने टाइम तक उसमें प्रोडक्शन होगा, estimated life of mine and total recoverable reserves, कितना उसमें recoverable reserve है, that has to be calculated. This projection is vital for investors and financial institutions assessing the economic viability of mining ventures. Now, valuation of for lending purposes. What are the necessary requirements and how will you value? If you need to provide the valuation for lending purposes, if offered as a collateral security, when mining land is offered as collateral, mineral deposit valuation is typically ignored. That this point has to be kept in mind. When mining land is offered as collateral security, mineral deposit valuation is typically ignored. Post extraction, the land value reverts to its base agriculture or barren land value. Post extraction, the land value reverts to its base agricultural or barren land value. If offered as primary security, when used as primary security for financing mine development, the valuation of mineral deposits become crucial. The estimated value of the mineral plant and profitability projections are considered to determine loan eligibility and risk exposure. So I think it is clear. Say here, when used as primary security for financing mine development, the valuation of mineral deposit becomes crucial. You have to calculate it, the mineral deposit, the valuation of the mineral deposit in that mine. The estimated value of mineral, plant, and profitability projections are considered to determine loan eligibility and risk exposure. So mining belt land valuation in India represents a fusion of science, economics, and law. The Council of Engineers and Valuers, CEV, continues to play a pivotal role in standardizing and educating professionals on such complex valuation methodologies. By integrating techniques such as DCF, aligning, and regulatory norms, and recognizing socio-economic obligations, valuers can deliver accurate and responsible assessment that balance commercial interest with sustainable development. So friends, this is all from my side. On behalf of CEV Group, Council of Engineers and Valuers, I would like to thank all of you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe our official YouTube channel, Registered Valuers Club. And you can also get this video. You can also view this video on our official website, www.cevnews.in. Or if you are having any question, doubt, or any query, you are always welcome to call on my personal number 9041263607. Thank you very much. And here you can also find some important videos uploaded below this news. There are certain videos available. You can also view volume 3. That is the most important book for IBBA evaluation examination. It covers 125 case studies. That is also important for clearing examination. And also you can view all other videos on our YouTube channel as well as on www.cevnews.in. Thank you very much.